The lion who shared his throne, the forest of Eloria, had always known one ruler, King Leo, the golden lion with eyes that burned like fire and a roar that could shake the mountains. For 10 years, Leo ruled with strength, fairness, and fear. The animals obeyed him, for they knew his claws were swift and his justice absolute. But one stormy night changed everything. Lightning split the sky as Leo stood on his rocky throne, staring across his kingdom. From the distance came a strange sound, a cry, faint, weak, almost human. He followed it through the rain until he found a young lion cub, trembling under a fallen tree. Its fur was darker than night, its eyes full of terror. The cub whimpered, "Please, help me." Leo hesitated. The forest law was clear. A king protects his own bloodline only. But something about this cub's voice pierced through his heart. He lifted the log, carried the cub to safety, and said softly, "You're safe now, little one. From this night on, you'll live under my protection." The cub blinked. "But who are you?" "I am the king," Leo replied. Weeks turned into months. The cub, whom Leo named Kael, grew strong and clever under the king's care. The two became inseparable. Leo taught him how to hunt, how to lead, and most importantly, how to show mercy. But as Kael grew, so did something darker inside him. Ambition. He would often stare at Leo's throne when the king wasn't watching. The golden seat, carved from stone and bone, shimmered under sunlight, casting a shadow that stretched for miles. "Someday," Kael whispered to himself, "that throne will be mine." One day, an old fox approached the king. His fur was silver, his voice trembling. "My king," the fox said, bowing low, "there are whispers in the forest. The young lion, Kael, oh, he calls himself your equal." Leo laughed softly. "He is my son now. Let him dream." But that night, Leo couldn't sleep. He looked at Kael, sleeping peacefully by the throne, and felt a strange ache, not fear, not anger, but sadness. He thought, perhaps one day, he will be ready. A year later, famine struck the forest. Rivers dried, prey disappeared, and hunger made every animal restless. The lion court gathered. Leo sat on his throne while the animals argued. Kael stepped forward, his voice sharp. "Father," he said, "you've ruled wisely, but your time is passing. The forest needs a stronger leader, one who can fight for survival, not peace." A shocked silence fell. Leo's eyes met his. "Do you challenge me?" Kael took a deep breath. "No, father. I asked to share the throne." The crowd gasped. No lion had ever shared the throne before. Leo studied him for a long time, then said something no one expected. "Very well." He rose from the throne, divided it into two with his claws, and said, "From this day forward, Eloria shall have 2 kings." At first, the forest thrived. Leo ruled the old way with wisdom. Kael ruled the new way with force. But soon, cracks appeared. Kael began raising his own guards. He punished those who questioned him. The forest that had once echoed with harmony now trembled under 2 voices of command. One night, as the moon turned red, Leo confronted Kael. "Why have you brought fear into what we built together?" Kael's eyes gleamed. "Because fear keeps order, father. Your mercy makes us weak." Leo sighed deeply. "You learned my strength, but not my heart," Kael growled. "Then I'll show you my heart." He leaped, claws flashing, fangs bared. The forest roared with thunder as father and son clashed beneath the crimson moon. The battle shook the trees, scattering ash and leaves. In the end, Leo pinned Kael down, claws inches from his chest. "Do it," Kael spat. "Kill me, and keep your throne." But Leo stepped back. "No, I will not become what you've become." He turned away and whispered, If you truly want the throne, it's yours." Days later, the animals gathered to see an empty throne. Kael sat alone upon it, wearing the crown made of vine and bone. But something felt wrong. The rivers no longer sang. The wind no longer bowed. The trees whispered a single word in the dark, unworthy. Kael realized too late what the throne demanded. Not power, not dominance, but sacrifice. The golden light that once surrounded it faded. And when Kael looked at his reflection in the stone floor, he no longer saw a lion, but a shadow. That night, thunder rolled again, and in a distant cave, an old lion, Leo, watched from afar. He smiled sadly and whispered, "When pride rules the heart, even a throne becomes a cage." Moral of the story: true leadership isn't about power, it's about wisdom, humility, and the courage to share. When pride takes over kindness, even kings lose their crowns.